Welcome back here, 10 minutes after 7. We're here with Representative Jim Matheson. Thanks so much for stopping by today.
Good to be here.
And we want to talk about, well, it's been on a lot of people's minds, sequestration. And you mentioned to me off camera here that Congress has done something to modify that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about sequestration is we do have an issue where we need to cut spending. There's no question about it. And no one argues with the amount of cuts in sequestration. The problem is the way it's being done, which is simple, across-the-board cuts, which don't really set any priorities. So you're kind of rewarding the less efficient programs and penalizing the better programs, if you will. And you want to give some latitude and prioritize where you're cutting spending. And the good news is, at least for some of the departments of government, most notably Department of Defense, Congress acted last week to give management more latitude in how they achieve these cuts.
So they have more discretion.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if you're going, it's like you have 8 aircraft carriers and you've got to cut 8% off of each one of them. That doesn't make much sense. You really want to figure out, okay, overall I got to save 8% on savings. Let the management figure out the best way to do it. Because ultimately we do need to cut spending, and I don't think anyone argues with that. They're just worried about this sort of arbitrary nature of the sequestration. But I got to warn you, this was just the first round of sequestration. This goes for 9 years, and the next round comes up January 1. And the idea behind sequestration was to force Congress to come up with a bigger bargain on the budget. And that's what's got to happen. And I think sequestration is ultimately going to do what it was supposed to do. Maybe not as timely as was originally thought, because we first came up with this back in 2011. But if we go round by round of these cuts that only affect part of the budget, ultimately the difficulty associated with that, I think, is going to force the bigger deal that I think we all want to see.
Okay, it's never too soon to talk about the upcoming election, right?
Really. I don't hear that from my constituents too much. I think they're a little tired of elections.
All right, anyway, Bloomberg just reported that Mia Love just filed to run for the 4th District in 2014. What do you think of a rematch?
Well, I think that, this Congress has been in session now for all of 3 months. So when I talk to folks, it's a little early to be talking about politics in the future. And what I do is I just work hard at being a congressman. And I find if I work hard, listen to my constituents, and try to act on their behalf, the politics kind of take care of themselves. So 2014 is a long way off, and I'm just going to focus on doing my job.
Yeah, well, we know it was tight last time. And, could be the same thing the next
well, this is not my first rodeo. I've been doing this for a while,
this many times.
And a lot of times people, I have a target on my back in an election, but quite frankly, last time was a pretty compelling set of circumstances. Governor Romney was a very strong top of the ticket on the other side, and I survived that wave. So, like I said, as long as I work hard, I'm confident things will work out just fine.
Okay, so in a sentence or two, because we're out of time,
pressure's on.
What is the most important thing facing Congress right now that you guys need to take care of?
I think it's setting our fiscal plan on a sound path for the future. We really do need to come up with this grand bargain that eliminates the deficit situation and puts us on a path to fiscal balance. Tough issue to do, but that's what we got to do.
And hopefully you guys will learn how to compromise.
It's got to be done in a bipartisan way. It's the only way you ever get anything done in Washington.
Okay.
All right.
Representative Jim Matheson, thanks for being with us.